Hi guys, so in this video we are going to use the backend to populate the cars on the front end. So we have already created the front end for the cars screen, for the listing screen. So we are going to list the cars here dynamically from the backend API. So on the database I've already added around 55 cars, multiple type of brands and multiple type of prices and whatnot. So we're going to make an API and show these cars here on the front end. So let's start. I want to make cars screen dynamic using backend API. For now on cars screen, I want to list all the cars. Later on, we will show only based on region and area. Okay, so it's going to make some APIs for me and then make, okay, so here you go. So cars and the car detail API. So these are the two new routes that I'm making or I'm getting done by Claude, I must say. And why it will duplicate route inside the auth group. So it's moving it from the auth group because we need it publicly. This is not a signed in screen that we would be using up. This is a public screen that we're going to use. So it's going to, okay, so now it's coming to front end. It's removing the mock data and it's actually going to use the real API call to populate the data. So let me see if the functions are already done. So this is the mock data. It's removing the mock data, which is fine. And here you go. Cars. This is the car list. And it is updating some states to fetch the cars and then set the states. And this is the car detail page for the car detail API. So heading restriction handle the loading. All right. So I'm not sure if it is doing client side right now or server side, but that's something that would be very interesting to know. So right now I'm on register, which page I'm working on. I'm on auth register page. I'm not sure why it's working on auth register. It needs to have a different page for cars, but yeah, let's see. So it's now using the real API to use on the cards. So it's actually making changes inside the page.js cars, which is good. Oh, here you go. Site page.js. Very good. And some conditional statements. And then we need to remove the static tags from the cards. So let's go to Chrome. Right now it says no cars match your filters, probably because the API call is not done yet. And the shimmer effect is basically the loading effect. Good. This is our front end page for cars. Okay, so right now it's using client side, but we would rather make it server side, but we can do it later on. So let's see what is done. Page reloading. Looks to be that there's an error. Cannot read properties of undefined length. Probably some API issue. I'm going to actually stop the server once and restart. Sometimes it gets stuck on immediate changes. I'm going to restart now. So there looks to be some issue on the API side. So let's debug that. So it looks it is not calling the API at all. So let's see. API get cars, but it looks that it's not calling up. Oh, here you go. It is calling the API for sure, and it's also getting success response, but it's not populating the data. So let's see. API being called, but cars not populating. It looks that it could be because of the object. So probably an extra data here, but let's see. It's Axios API. Yeah, I think it is it. It's about this. So it's thinking. Let's see what it brings up. Okay, got some suggestions. Let's see. It says compacted chat. Let's see if it is able to fix it. Oh, so useMemo. useMemo could be the issue. Let's try. Def. Wonderful. Here you go. Great. So that's our dynamic data. Good. This is working so nicely. I'm not sure if these filters are from backend, so let's have a quick look. No, it doesn't look to be from backend yet. So let's do some work here. Let's start implementing pagination, and then let's do the filters from the backend, because backend filters are always better. I want to implement pagination. So I really want to just say 10 cars per page. 10 cars per page. I want to make the filters dynamic. These filters are not dynamic right now. It's going to be dynamic shortly. And yeah. So detail page is not done yet. That's fine. So I'm going to make the filters dynamic and sort by also dynamic. And then later on we'll work on the filters at the top. So in this here we're going to see pagination and filters. So let's see how it works. All right, so it's starting to think. Let's go and see what the API is. So API looks to be already paginated, which is perfect. And default is of course 15. There wouldn't be any sent by front end. It's going to be 15 by default. but our requirement is 10, and then it's going to do the filters here. So which looks that it's already done, but probably not in the best way that I would like it to be. So let's do word wrap. So it's still thinking. So let's pause it for a while. So you can see that what it's trying to do, it's trying to hard code these options on the front end, which is not good. I would like it to be on the back end. So all the filter options, I would like it to be from backend and not hard coded on front end. This is really poor design. We need to develop a sustainable program, and for that it's not going to work out this way because we are developers. We know how bad it's to hard code things on front end. So I want these things to be server side, like options, and everything needs to be on the server. So yeah, categories, transmission, fuel, and seats. So yeah, let's see how it goes. So there are some changes it is trying to give me. So let's see how it goes. Okay, here you go. So the filter options are here. So it's available. So it has given all the filter options in one API, which is definitely fine. It's making things completely dynamic by seeing what's currently in the data of cars table, like here, and based on this, it's giving it completely on the front end. This is the perfect approach, so I'll say yes. And probably now it will use these APIs into front end to populate the data on the left. This is the route for filtering options, which is perfect. And now I'm pretty sure it's going to go to front end to use this API and possibly remove these things. Okay, so let's see what is it trying to do. I doubt if it is still using the API to make it dynamic, but let's see where it lands in the end. Okay, so it says it is done. So let's see. npm run dev. Okay, so there is an issue. Failed to load. Failed to load chunk. I would try again one more time. Probably some temporary issue. Nothing changed, but the platform is running now. So first thing I want to check if it's doing the field. Oh, here you go. Perfect. This is the categories array, transmission array, fuel types array, seats array, price min and max. This is just perfect. It could even be better because I would imagine it to be object array instead of a value-based indexed array. But yeah, I think for now it's better than what it gave me earlier. Let's see pagination. Wonderful. So let's say I want the luxury cars, 6 cars. Sort by high to low. Yes, working perfectly fine. Good. So with this, let's close off this video. So in this video, we have covered basic querying to front end from the database, pagination, and dynamic filterings for the cars page. Thank you for watching up. In the next video, we are going to do the car details and the initial booking screens. Thank you.